Hey guys, good afternoon. This is Dillis Davis, lifestyle coach, motivator, author, and founder and creator of the Sip and Chat movement. Thank you for tuning in to the Sip and Chat movement online hour. Yay. My husband over here clapping. And thanks for everyone that is tuning in. Hey there, Army Wives 101. Thanks for tuning into the show. Hey there. And we have two amazing guests today, two people who I actually love and respect, and they're amazing women. They're doing such amazing things. One of them is actually, she has a little bun in the oven right now. She looks fabulous. So I have Laura Orvieto, and she'll be here talking to us about everything she does. She's a trendsetter, as I call her, jewelry maker, among other things. TV personality, radio personality, all that good stuff. So we'll be talking to her, and I'm waiting for Desiree Correa. She's actually a graphics designer, baker. She does the amazing cake pops and here she go.
So one has a bun in the oven and one makes buns.
Yep, one. Dennis says one has a bun in the oven and one makes buns. So, yep, we're just waiting for Desiree now. There we go. Hey, finally. Hi, Desiree.
Hi, Laura. Hello. Congratulations on the bun in the oven.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, yes, ladies. Thank you so much for tuning in. I was like, oh, my God, I have to get these two ladies on my show. Especially since Laura she's going to pop. So I have to make sure I had her on the show before she popped. So Des, can you tell everyone what you do and who you are and all that good stuff?
Well, my name is Desiree. I like long walks on the park. Let me stop. I work full-time, 9 to 6. I'm a graphic designer. I design children's clothing. And on the side, I run my own home-based business. I design people's parties, do their party favors. I bake, do the desserts, and fondant cakes. You name it, I do it.
Yeah, Desiree is really good. She's made a couple of cupcakes and cake pops for me, as well as my birthday cake. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, and I also did your cake for your book signing also.
She did do a cake for my book signing. So
yes.
She knows my favorite is red velvet with cream cheese frosting.
Yes, and let's not forget the cheesecake filling too.
It's really bad, but it's so good. When Laura finishes having a baby, we'll have to give her some.
Yes, and some coquito too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she eats coquito.
Delicious.
Apparently, you're sipping on coquito, and Laura's sipping on water.
Don't worry,
I wish,
cheers.
And I have Moscato.
Otherwise, I'll be sipping wine,
So, okay, Laura, so tell everyone what you do and who you are and all the good stuff.
Okay, so my name is Laura. First of all, Giles, thank you very much for the invitation.
Of course.
I truly admire Sip Chat movement. It's big. I love that. Bring it all together, and it's wonderful.
Oh,
thank you for that. Well, my name is Laura Vieto, and I'm a jewelry designer. I'm a writer. I'm a poet. I don't even know what else to say because I do so many stuff.
She does. She does a lot of stuff.
I do also write for a newspaper, entertainment, reporter, and I basically do everything that makes me happy.
And she's a wife, and she has 2 kids and one on the way.
Yes.
So you are Renaissance Superwoman. That's what I'm going to call you.
Oh.
So Desiree, when did you know that you wanted to start baking, or when did you get that whole that aha moment that wow, I want to do graphic designing, or I want to be a baker and I want to make cakes and coquito and whatnot? How'd that come about?
You know what? It came along as a surprise. Unfortunately, there was one year I did lose my job. I'm a single mom. My baby girl is 7, and things got kind of rough. So I just decided, I'm a graphic designer. I know how to draw. I like to keep myself busy. And just one day, I just like being in the kitchen. So I decided to teach myself how to bake. But before that, I was always designing parties. My sister, since we was young, she used to always do her own little souvenirs. And then she had my niece and my nephew. Started doing all these party favors. So I'm like, you know what? I went to college for graphic design. I said, let's put 2 and 2 together. And here I am doing people's parties. I do weddings, baby showers, you name it, I do it. And here I am.
So how did the name Devious Designs come about?
See, that's a long story.
You have an hour.
Yeah. Devious is a childhood name. So I kind of put 2 and 2 together. I like to design, and I figured, Devious is a childhood name. It's who I used to be. It's what everybody called me. So let's turn a negative to a positive. And, it's who I used to be, and that's what made me who I am today. So I figured put 2 and 2 together. So Devious Designs it is.
Cool. That's awesome. So what is your favorite thing to create or bake, I should say?
To bake, I like making cake pops. Cake pops are fun, time consuming, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm. What's your most craziest request for baking of a cake?
My craziest request. You know what? I like the challenge, so I haven't had anything crazy. I think the crazy is trying to do 200 cupcakes from one day to another.
No, I'm good. Look at Laura. Laura's like, I don't think so.
And remember, I do events also, so I'm all, I do the coquito, the cupcakes, the brownies, a whole bunch of things in one day just to take to an event. So I think those are the craziest when I go to events. That's definitely time consuming. I'm up all night.
Wow. So Laura, how did you come about knowing that you wanted to start creating jewelry? And her pieces are very nice. They're very unique. They're authentic. They're not something that you would see in like Macy's or Swarovski or anything like that. Her pieces are very intricate and they're very personal. That's what I love about her stuff.
Thank you so much. Well, I started because I like semi-precious stones and their qualities, and I found out that they're very expensive, and most of them, the ones that are not expensive, are really ugly.
Thanks for your honesty.
It's true. So I like to look good. I like to put things that are clean, that look nice. So I started designing them for myself, and I started buying the pieces, and I saw, I don't understand why they're selling them so expensive when, if you really buy the pieces, I know it's a lot of work, but I wanted people to experience what I was experiencing with the stones. So that's how I started doing it for myself. And then my friends started noticing, right? And they're like, "Oh, where did you buy that?" And I'm like, "No,
they're like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't."
No, and it was hilarious because one day I had my friends over, like we were like right now we were sitting chatting, we were like having a good time, and I had a few pieces that I made, and they were like, we want to buy them, like we have to, like you're like starting to make a new one or whatever. And to me, it was new, it was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But I just love the reaction. I love to see people happy. I think that's my mission in life, like I see people happy and that makes me happy. So I was like, you know what, let's do this. So my husband, knows a little bit of computer. He helped me with the page. He helped me to put things together because, I'm the artistic side.
And he's the more technical marketing side, right?
He's the technical businessman because, if it was for me, I'd be like, yeah, I want one for free, like that's me. So he said no, so he helped me out with the prizes and everything. And since then, I I can't complain. You know, it's a blessing. We had for the first year we had a fashion show that it was really went really great. And after that, you know, every year we did the spring collection and same thing. You know, people responded really well, and I'm truly grateful.
That's
for
awesome. So, when it comes to designing the pieces, what inspires you? Is it anything in particular, any person, or what inspires you?
It is. You know, I like weird different stuff.
I'm the same way too.
I do. So I love the belly dancing, the Arabic feeling to it, the headpieces and stuff like that. And I noticed that, you know, they weren't selling them as much, or they were really expensive, or they were made with a cheap, you know, material that you could wear one day and then the next day was destroyed. And I was like, you know, I have to. So I started doing it for myself and the headpieces and all that. And I was like, no one else is too crazy to wear this kind of stuff. You know, this is just for me. You know, who else is gonna be walking in the street with things, you know, hanging on their head and stuff like that? I was like, I don't like that. I don't think
Me, yes.
Right. So it's amazing that I noticed that every single crazy piece that I love, people like it. And
That's how it usually is, though.
Yeah.
Right? It's interesting. So yeah. So it's been a lot of fun.
So when you're decorating a cake, Desi, what inspires you? What motivates you? Like when someone comes to you and say, okay, well, I want this specific kind of cake. What's your process like?
Well, what inspires me, it's how can I say, it's the end result. Like just the thought of my client is going to come to me, oh my God, it's exactly what I wanted. It's, you know, it's exactly what I expected. Oh my God, it tastes even better than it looks. Like that drives me and inspires me to actually like just that wow factor. Like, oh my God, you know, this is what they want. Cause I'm a type of person, I've been on the other side of the table where I'm purchasing a cake and you send them a picture or you tell them details and it's not exactly what you expect. You're over here wasting all this money. So I'm like, you know what? Let me give my clients exactly what I want in return, which is exactly what they want. Mm-hmm. So that inspires me to make each and every one of the cakes I've ever made.
Yeah, because when you did my birthday cake 2 years ago, I wasn't expecting it because when it comes to my birthday, like everyone's asking me, what do you want? I don't know. I don't want anything. I want peace. I want health. And so when she was like, oh, I'm going to make your birthday cake, I was like, okay. And then she made it in the shape of my logo for Coaching Cupid. And that really touched me. And I cried because it was like, damn, she just went and got into my head and figured out things that I absolutely love and that's near and dear to my heart. So that was an amazing cake. That was like the best cake I've ever had in my whole entire life.
Aww,
and I've had cakes. Because I love sweets. I'm a chocolate head, but just the way that the presentation, everything, it was executed perfectly. And I'm not a person that gets very impressed with things easily. So that really, truly impressed me. To like,
thank you.
No, you do good work. You really, really do good work. So you can make Laura's baby shower cake.
Yay! I'll be more than honored to. Baby shower.
I'm craving chocolate cake. I'm craving chocolate cake.
But it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So when
I'm like, I make so much that everybody's like, oh my God, do you eat this stuff? I'm like, from time to time, whenever I have the leftovers.
Mm-hmm. But how is that like whenever you're baking something or whatever, or even when you're creating something, like how do you stop yourself from not wanting to take it for yourself? Because I know sometimes either the batter is good or something is good because you bake from scratch, or the jewelry is so nice and refined in the way you're designing it. How do you stop yourself from not keeping the pieces or stop yourself from not eating it?
True.
Well, in my case, I need to keep my figure, so I got to stay away from the sweet. So I make sure Desiree don't eat it.
No, but seriously, I understand. I get it. But this is like me when I'm coaching somebody. I have to remember that's a client because I'm a very nurturing, caring person. So I don't want to get it too personal where I'm just like, okay, Walter around myself is a client, it's a client, it's a client, it's a client, it's a client. You know what I mean? So it's like Laura is saying, you know, sometimes it's like free, but then you can't do that because it's your business, it's your craft, it's your passion, but at the same time, you have to let people know that you have to be taken seriously, and this is something that you work hard on. You invest money, you invest time, and it's not something you should just take lightly. So how do you deal with that as a business owner? Anybody can answer. How do you deal with just like, you know, being taken seriously as a business owner to make sure that everything that you're doing, you cross your T's, you dot your I's in every which way possible? Where
in my particular case, since I sell jewelry, I noticed that it's easier for me since I participate in like fairs, and now that it's, you know, Christmas is coming, I'll be in a few fairs, and it's a lot easier to, since the people who go see you, they don't know you. And you know, it's a little bit hard when it comes to friends and family, you know, and they respect things for free coming from you. So that's when it's hard. And I think at the beginning, when you start your business, when you start giving, I've noticed that when you start your business, you give a lot of things for free. But then it goes to a point that, you know, I know I'm starting, I need the promotion, I need to get my product out there, but it goes to, you know, it comes to a place that you're like, okay, you know, it's no fees for free. And I was telling that to my husband today. I was like, it feels so great that this Christmas I'm not giving away anything. It feels awesome. And nobody's calling me, expecting it, because like last year was crazy. I was giving, you know, a few, I'm not gonna name the institution, but I was giving like 20 for free promotion, and they're promoting my name. And then I noticed, and it's totally unfair, because like in one case they didn't even name my business. Like, oh my goodness. But I was like, you know what, okay, I did it from my heart. I'm not gonna repeat this experience again. And this year feels awesome. You know, I'm gonna participate at fairs and do some promotion online. But it's better to stay away from that. At least when you are not at the beginning of your business, you know, you're already invested in getting the promotion out there, and you know it's not necessary. That's
and you, Des?
Right? I'm saying it's hard to be in that predicament, because once you get yourself out there and you try to introduce yourself, you know, you have all these family and friends and stuff like that. Me, in that aspect, I try to at least be lenient. In my case, I do a lot of packages where if you get a cake, I'll throw in some cake pops, some cupcakes. A lot of my stuff is, I'm all about presentation, so I do a lot of personalized stuff. So I kind of put that in there for extra, you know, just so, you know, I'm a type of person, times are rough. And everybody deserves to celebrate their special occasion. So I try to be lenient and, you know, try to throw in a nice little package. You're okay, you know what, I'll throw in this for free. I'll throw this, you know, to make it. I'm all about presentation, so I like to make things extra pretty.
She does.
It's definitely hard once you get to because it's just everybody expects you to kind of cut yourself short. But if you know your value and your work, you know exactly what it's worth.
Right. Because even with me doing the stuff that I do, I get a lot of, okay, well, you know, can I get a freebie, or there's a discount, this, that, next, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, but if you go to your job and you're doing 40 hours a week and you're working and you're busting your ass, you don't want your paychecks to come and they shortchange you 35%.
Exactly.
So it's the same as when you're dealing with a small business owner. You don't want to shortchange them. Like, if I know that I want to utilize your services, I'm going to pay you what it is that you're telling me that you're doing, because it takes time and effort, and you know, you have to buy the materials and the supplies and everything else, and that adds up. And not to mention the labor, the time that goes into it. Not to mention the sleep. Say it again.
Sometimes it's not only your business that you have. Some people actually do work full time as well, so it's time consuming.
It is time consuming, because if you have a 9 to 5, you got to come home after your 9 to 5 when you're tired, especially if you are a parent. You got to take care of the kids to make sure the kids are doing okay, make sure that they eat, they sleep, and then you go into work mode for your business, and then you're tired and you're hungry and all you want to do is go to damn sleep, but you can't do it because you have a deadline to make. So all those things come into play when you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur. And that's a lot of things that people think, because you can't go to Macy's and JCPenney and all these stores and 20% off here and 30% off there. And that's fine and everything, but we can't do that right now. If our business blows up and expands, which I know it will, maybe in the long run we can do it. But for right now, when you're in the growing stages, or you are not in the beginning, but you're like in the middle on your way to that light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, where your business is expanding and blooming, then you can do specific things. Then I say, yeah. But for the most part, it's just sticking to your prices and sticking to what your policies and procedures are. And sometimes it's really hard because you lose customers for that. But I would what happened?
I said, you'd be surprised how many you lose in the process.
You do, but I prefer to get a client that is quality over quantity.
Yes.
And I would prefer to have long-term, stable, successful business, as opposed to something that's short-term where it's my passion and I love what I do, but I'm actually not getting paid properly for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always a give and take with those things. So what do you guys have coming up next? Like what's in the realms for DUS Designs? Like what is it where you want to see your company going to? Like where do you want to see it expand to?
I'm saying I want it to expand as far as I can take it. It's just, I wouldn't say it's slow, but I'm trying to take my time. I don't want to just go full throttle and have to step back. Mm-hmm. So I do little baby steps. I'm saying right now I'm just going slow, getting ready for the holidays, which I do desserts and coquito. Sometimes I do cater for people's holidays and events and get-togethers and stuff like that. For me, in the near future, I see myself actually selling myself from an actual store. Okay. But see, everybody sees me as a baker. I do everything. So I'm not sure how I want to set up, where I want to just a bakery, where I want just everything. So I just need to pretty much focus. Me, I be everywhere. I want to do everything all at once, and I'm okay with that. So
see, another Renaissance superwoman here wanting to do everything. I can't. How about you, Laura? Where do you see the jewelry business in another 5 years or something? Where do you want to see it?
Well, right now I had to take a vacation. It was kind of forced. Because of my pregnancy, it was a little bit a high risk pregnancy. It is, so I had to take it easy. But I'm really thankful to know that what I do, like the jewelry and all that, is sitting down. It's from my house, so I can start planning the future. But definitely this slowed me down, and I think I kind of needed it. It's like the sky God said, you have to relax, you have to calm down. Mm-hmm. But I see the business of the jewelry. I wish to have it in the future in a way that I can, because right now my designs are, they're handmade, so it takes me a while to do it. And thank God, when they're made, they're sold out. And then it takes me a while to make them again and sell them. So I wish in the future to have, like a factory of people helping me with my designs. That'll be great. That's, that'll be the perfect future that I imagine. But I'm taking the opportunity right now that I have to, that I'm obligated to rest, to put some more magic to the pieces that are coming out for Christmas, and same thing, write more, and take that opportunity to reflect on a lot of things and write, and it's more like inspiration right now.
Okay, cool.
Inspiration.
That's awesome. So this one wants a bakery, this one wants a factory. I don't know.
I need help. That's what I know.
I need to help myself.
Yeah, I need help.
So what do you ladies do whenever you feel discouraged or uninspired, or you feel like your business isn't going the way you want it to go, or when you get writer's block or your creativity isn't there, how do you handle that? What do you do about that?
Me, I turn to my friends. Be surprised.
You turn what?
I turn to my friends and to my daughter. Like I try to when it comes to my friends, I sit there and I talk to them and they push me. They tell me, okay, no, listen, you got to do this, you got to do that, don't slack. And my daughter, she just inspires me. It's just like whenever I get in the moods where I can't come up with a good recipe or I have to, tweak something, I sit down with her, and actually my 7-year-old, you'd be surprised, knows how to bake on her own. Mm-hmm. So she inspires me. She tells me, Mom, this needs a little more vanilla, or it needs a little more flour. So it's just, my friends and my family help me. And so that kind of, whenever I get blocked or I feel like, okay, it's too overwhelming, I turn to them.
Good answer. How about you, Laura?
In my case, I think it's the same family. I received a phone call right after they told me that I had to take it easy in my pregnancy because I have a placenta previa, so I'm obligated to rest. So I was talking to my grandmother in Ecuador to tell her the news that I was expecting a baby boy and all that, and then she started she sounded like my fan, She started asking me, what are you doing? And how's the jewelry going? And are you writing another book? And stuff like that. And I was like, it feels good that my grandma asked me about those things, And when I hung up the phone, I was like, if I have to continue to do the things that I love, it's because of her, that she's so excited about to know what's coming up next and all this stuff. And she appreciates art. She's married to my grandfather. He paints in Ecuador. It's he's an artist. So she appreciates. So
I need to get your grandpa on the show too, so you can show us some art.
Right? Yeah. So I love to have these conversations with my grandmother and to know that she's been following my crazy career and all the crazy things that I've been doing, and that for her it's not something crazy. It's like she's proud of me, and that's that to me is my inspiration to continue.
Awesome. Thank you, Alonzo. Alonzo says, kudos to you, ladies. I'm a marketer / mentor, and this is the only blab I listen to besides the one I do. God bless, ladies. Thank you. Wow. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So here's another question. What sets you apart from everyone else that's doing the same thing that you ladies do? What makes you different? What makes you authentic? What makes people want to either buy your cakes and cookies and cake pops and buy your jewelry? What sets you apart?
What sets me apart? It's kind of difficult to say because I'm just getting myself out there where I get to see what other bakers do and stuff like that. Me personally, what I've noticed, I freshly bake everything, which kind of falls a little hard on me because then I have my 9 to 6 job. I'm a single mom. So I kind of spend the whole entire night, 12-hour shifts sometimes, especially on the weekends, trying to make sure that everything is freshly baked. But I think that's what separates me. I consider my clients. I make sure that if it happens to be, they like it a little sweeter, less sugar, I make sure that I accommodate to their needs. A lot of bakeries don't do that. It is what you see is what you get, So I try to make sure that everything is exactly how they like it. So I think that's what kind of separates me from everybody else. And on top of that, I'm not only a baker. I'm a one-stop shop. You come to me and I design your whole entire party.
She does. That's funny. How about you, Laura? What sets you apart from everybody else?
Wow.
That's a good question, right?
Right. I would say from the spiritual side, I'm all about energies and all about giving people the best that I can give. I give you not only a piece of jewelry, but I put my heart there, and that it's going with intention that it's going to make you happy and whatever that you want. Because, I work with some impression stones, so some are for good luck, some are for love, and I put the intention there, so it goes with that energy. And from the material side, I would say that for the price that my clients are paying me, they're getting good quality. And that makes me happy. That makes me happy because I know that it's a piece of jewelry that is going to last, that is the real deal, that is the real stone that you can enjoy. And I think that's it.
That sounds good. I like that.
Thank you.
So besides all of that, what is your personal intention for yourself for the new year?
Wow.
It's my show. I can ask any questions I want now.
Myself, I don't know. It's just, try to better myself. I'm very humble. I don't compete with anybody. I wish, I hope we all make it. Everybody has their own drive, their own, reach for success. I just want to focus on me, and me personally, making others happy makes me happy. The more I do that, like, I'm looking forward for the new year to do more of that, make people happy, get the feedback. Oh my God, this was amazing. I like, even if it's just for that one moment to make people happy, it makes my life in a lifetime. So I'm looking forward for that for the new year, just more of it.
Laura?
Wow, for my new year. To me, it's a new year already. With this baby, I had so many changes. Like, I feel like a brand new person. I'm telling you, it's amazing. A brand new, better person, actually. Not that I was bad before, but it's amazing how, expecting a child. And this is my third one. It's amazing how expecting a child, it's like it changes your brain, I think. The way that I see everything, it's like I'm enjoying the present, I'm enjoying the moment and the family together, and it's just amazing. I'm already enjoying my new me. So I can't believe I'm very hopeful about the new year. That's all I can tell you. I'm very hopeful.
Cool. So when it comes to your children, what is it that what is it that's amazing to them about you being business owners and you being a baker and you being a jewelry maker? What is it that they tell you that surprises you at times? Like, wow, okay, my kids are paying attention. Because I know you're both moms. So what is it that they would say to you that makes you be like, okay, well?
Me, I catch my daughter a lot, especially on the weekend when she's mainly here. She actually gets to watch me do what I do in the kitchen. The minute she sees me frustrated, she'll be like, "Mommy, don't worry, you got this. And I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. So she kind of pushes me, and it's cool because, I do teacher conferences and stuff like that, the parent teachers night, and the teachers are constantly telling me, oh my God, your daughter speaks so highly about you. She kind of pushes it when she's like, oh, my mom is better than your mom, but, I do a lot of activities.
Oh, wow.
I do a lot of activities where I do bring cupcakes to her school, and, she's like, oh, look what my mom can do. So that makes me feel good. It pushes me to better myself and actually work harder at what I do.
Does she ever say that she wants to be a baker like you, or she wants to have a business like you? Because I know sometimes some kids, when they see their parents doing certain things, they want to do that too.
You know what? She hasn't told me she wants to bake. She does like to bake because she does it with me a lot, especially the frosting part.
Of course, I would.
I do notice that she's definitely gonna probably be in the fashion world because I do bring home out home. I bring work home. And she helps me with the colors, but she's like, okay, Mom, no, that t-shirt looks better in blue than in pink. And I'm like, okay. She definitely has a nice sense of fashion. So I'm not really sure because she's like me. She doesn't know exactly, like, she's good at everything she does. I think every mom says that about their kid, but I'm not really sure what she's going to end up doing. She definitely enjoys everything I do, but hopefully, whatever she's willing to do, I'm definitely willing to support.
Cool. How about your kids, Laura?
I want to ask her a question. How old is your daughter? Desiree, how old is your daughter?
Woo. Oh, I think her daughter's 7.
7? Oh, because she sounds like a little artist.
Yeah, she does. And Alyssa is very intuitive. She's very observant. I've got a chance to speak to her. Like she doesn't say Dillis, she goes Dillis. But she says she puts like 4 S's onto my name.
She sounds like a little artist. Very, like she has a sense of fashion and beauty and all this stuff.
How about your kids? Like, what did they say about mommy and her jewelry business and everything that she does?
My kids, especially the oldest one, that she's 14. I have to remind her that I'm a human being, because they tend to see you as a superhero, like you can do everything, and I'm like, hello, I'm a human being, I sleep, I take it easy, and it's good to know that, they have that idea of you, but at the same time, I need to remind her that I'm a human, I'm a person. But it's very inspiring to know that my daughter at school, and that's when I know I need to write another poem book, another poetry book. When they ask her, "Oh, what's your favorite poem or your favorite poetry?" She goes, "My mom."
Aww.
Yeah, that is adorable. And she wears my pieces too at school. And her friends ask her, "Oh, so where do you buy this?" She says, "Oh, my mom designed it for me."
That's so cute. Aww.
That's sweet. Yeah.
That's cool. Laura was asking me how old Alyssa was. So I told her she was 7.
Yes, my baby.
She says she sounds like she's an artist.
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually very proud. Hopefully, I know she definitely makes me proud now. So I can just definitely look forward to what's to come. She definitely surprises me on a daily basis.
Sounds like it. Sounds like she's a little artist.
Yeah, my little pumpkin. I miss her.
So next question. What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs or aspiring business owners who want to be where you are in life? What would be something that you would suggest to them, or what would be a good advice to give them, or some type of motivation to give them?
I can definitely say, and this is from experience, no matter what people tell you, even if they say you can't do it, take what they're saying in consideration, because sometimes it may happen, but that you should use their words to push you. Show them that they're negative, you can turn it into a positive. There's nothing you can't do. I'm a single mom, I work, I have family and friends, but at the end of the day, you still have to do for yourself. And no matter what, because I've been through where even my high schools, because I'm a graphic designer, I used to graffiti everywhere. I wasn't always a good girl. I used to graffiti and draw everywhere, and all my teachers would tell me, "You're not going to amount to anything." And what did I do? I went to college, got my associate, and I've designed for Disney, Nickelodeon. There's nothing you can do. Always take what people say and take it and, embrace it and do what you have to do. There's nothing. No one can tell you what you can't do. Only you can determine that.
So your work is the work that I see on the trains and the Bronx and stuff. Got it.
No. Those were my young days. But I just feel that every woman and just anybody in general, as long as you put your mind to it and you're focused, there's nothing you can't do. There's absolutely nothing you can't do. And this is coming from a single mom. I do what I have to do. At the end of the day, I'm a mom, I'm an employee, and I'm also a small business owner. And I juggle all of them just fine. Sometimes it does get overwhelming, but once you're focused, and me, I do it for my daughter. So that's enough push for me.
How about you, Laura? What advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur or an aspiring business owner?
To do what they really want to do. Because, today's society pushes us to do what we have to do, but not what we want to do. So that's when, 1, you're unhappy, and 2, you really don't make money. because you're doing it, out of obligation and not because of, you want it from your heart. You don't have a real motivation, a real inspiration. Because I noticed that when I do what I love, and for instance, I love writing, I love helping people with that's how I started writing for entertaining articles. I love to help people, and I love to do jewelry. And when I do what I love, it's very easy. It's very easy. Everything flows beautifully. But if you ask me to do something that I don't like, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to be horrible about it, and I probably won't make not even $1. So I would say, I would give the advice probably to youngsters that they're thinking, I have to do what gives me the most money, or what it's, right now, what everybody's doing. That's not what they have to do. They have to do what is in their heart, their inspiration. And that's what I try to tell my daughter every day. Don't do what everybody's doing. Do what you want to do.
Turn your passion into your paycheck.
Exactly.
I like that. Yeah. Turn your passion into your paycheck. I think I'm gonna put that up on this post.
You're welcome.
I know, right? I'll pay you later. No. How do you balance taking time for yourself where you're able to just breathe and just be? How do you balance that from being a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, a 9 to 5, or what's that balance like? What do you do?
When I figure that out, I'll let you know. It's, it's hard. It's hard. I can't sit here and lie and say that it's easy. It does get overwhelming, but it's just, like right now, this is time to myself. My kid is her god sister, her god mom, and stuff like that. So I have the time, to obviously inspire other women to do, to get out there and do what they have to do. But I do recommend that you need, even if it's just 5 minutes, time to yourself. As a mom, a full-time employee, and a small business owner, I haven't quite figured it out. My calendar doesn't. I have to write everything down, because if not, I'll forget. But I just say, even if it's just a few minutes, some a glass of wine, some coquito, that helps. But it
does help. It does help. Laura, I'll drink for you. Don't worry about it. I'll drink for you.
It's definitely hard.
How about you, Laura? How do you find a balance?
I definitely agree with Desiree. I have to admit that and confess that I was overwhelmed before my pregnancy, and I was doing way too many stuff at the same time. And they asked me that question before, and they say, well, how you manage, you have 2 kids and you do this and you're writing and this and that, and you're covering events. And I was like, when you're sleeping, I'm writing. That's what's going on, and like when I spend time with my kids, but it's like I'm always rushing. So I see that I have to confess, and I have to be honest, that when I got pregnant, and at the beginning, since the beginning, it was a very a delicate pregnancy, and it kind of obligated me to rest. I saw it as a blessing, because then I started seeing that I needed to slow down. I needed to slow down and like pay more attention to the things that are more important, and kind of like make a list and be like, what? I really don't need to do this right now. This can wait, or I'm gonna enjoy this more. And I'm not gonna tell you that I'm more organized now. I am probably a different steps of things that are more important in my life. Like right now, my priority is me.
Yep.
I discovered that I have to be well, because if I'm not okay, then my kids are not okay. And if I'm not healthy, I cannot make not even one jewelry. I cannot write one letter. So I was like, I think I was pushing myself to do a lot of things and kind of like putting my health in danger.
Mhm.
And this life will, believe me, life is so perfect and full of cycles that when you are rushing yourself to do things that you don't have to do, you will get sick.
Yep.
That's the way of life telling you, hey, slow down.
Trust me, I know the feeling. I almost died 4 years ago because I was running around doing this and doing it, and I wasn't taking care of myself. And I had 2 surgeries back to back, 3 weeks apart. So I completely, I had a fibroid that was this big.
Wow.
And it infected my insides, and I had to have 8 antibiotics in my system, and they had to cut me from one side to the other. They took out 4. And then 3 weeks after, my gallbladder was damaged beyond repair, so I had to have surgery number 2 to remove my gallbladder.
Wow.
So I know what you're saying by being
Yeah.
in balance, because even with me, I do my best in balancing. Like this weekend, last weekend, the weekend before, I didn't do shit. I stayed in the bed, I scratched my ass, I watched TV. This is pretty much the only thing that I've been doing, because I stopped doing the Spin Chat events from October of 2015, and I'm going to start up again January 2016. Sometimes you have to allow people to miss you in the stuff that you're doing, like your supporters and whatnot, and you need to take a break.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere. If they love what you do, they're going to stay there. But if you don't take the time to just be one with yourself and just appreciate your beauty, your passion, your peace, just being who you are, it makes no sense. So for me personally, there's days where I don't do anything. I go to work because I do have a 9 to 5. I come home, I watch TV, I go to sleep, I wake up the next morning and I do it again. And at the same time, that actually gives me inspiration, and it helps me to become a better creator of what my passion is or what my craft is. When you're resting, your spirit is able to receive messages from the universe, and you're more focused and you have clarity. But if you don't rest, you're all over the place, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, you're not going to get everything because you're blind. So you're not looking through your eyes of faith. You're looking through eyes of everything else. So you have to give yourself that time. So I pretty much understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I'm glad. I know you get me.
Okay, so last question, ladies. Give me one word that describes who you are as a person, individual, mother, wife, entrepreneur, business owner, amazing woman. Give me one word to describe who that person is.
Oh, well, that's hard.
No, it's not.
That's hard. Let's see. I gotta just one word.
So when I asked that, well, just one word, but when I asked that question, what word popped into your head just now?
The first word that popped into my head was humble for some reason.
Okay. Well, that's who you are. You're a humble person.
I definitely am. I'm saying the best word that can describe me is mom. That's, people have called me many things, and definitely mom has been one of the best. It definitely has made me a better person. It's who I am today. If I wouldn't have it any other way. So I wouldn't even pick humble. It would be mom. Like, that's the one word that describes everything about me. It's why I work. It makes struggle good to me. It's worth it. I don't mind struggling on a daily basis just because I am a mom. And at the end of the day, it always is perfect and it has its rewards.
Okay. You, Laura, one word to describe who you are?
Yeah, that's so hard for me. I love words. So,
oh, you're a poet. We get it.
That's cheating.
Yeah, the first word that came to my mind was hope.
Okay.
I think I'm hope. I like to see myself as, a person who, wherever I go, I want to inspire people to have hope. And I notice that I tend to do that, even though when I feel like crap. Even though when I feel horrible, I inspire people. But you notice when you feel bad, when I feel bad, I'm like, now where is my clone?
Yeah, exactly. I need 5 clones, so I understand.
Where is my clone? But yeah, that's me. That's my essence. I love to give hope.
I love it.
Yeah.
So Desiree, tell everybody where they could find you if they want some coquito or some cake or some cake pops or some cupcakes or spiked vodka cupcakes.
My alcohol-infused cupcakes.
Yes, your alcohol-infused cupcakes.
Well, I'm working on my website now as we speak, but you could definitely find me on IG. I'm always on IG at DBS_designs. I'm easy to find. Is DBS_designs. You can find me there. I'm always available. Like I said, I'm a hustle. There is definitely no time in a small business owner. We work all days, all hours. I barely sleep.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. And you, Laura, where can we find you?
Well, to make it easier, I put everything, I gather everything in my website, so you can go to www.lauraorvieto.com. The name is right there. And you can read it right there. Some people are like, what, Laura, what? ORVIETO. You go there and everything that I do, it's there, you know, the writing, the jewelry, and a specific page. It will redirect you to jewelsbylauraorvieto.com and find everything there.
Good stuff. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for sharing and for coming on the show. And I wish you nothing but the best of success, you know. And I hope everything goes good with you. Speedy pregnancy and speedy delivery. And I hope you have a bouncing baby boy and he comes out running around and drives you crazy.
Once again,
Thank you. Blessings. Good luck.
Okay, honey. Take care. Thanks for coming on, guys. Talk to you guys
bye,
later.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So that was Laura Orvieto and Desiree Correa. Make sure that you follow them. I've actually added their information into the comments. If not, then when I do the recap of the show, I will put all the information in there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everyone who tuned in, everyone who participated, I appreciate it. And also, just to let you guys know, for the month of November and December, up until December 23rd, I am having a one-on-one coaching holiday special where I coach you and help you get to where you need to be in your life, personally and professionally, where I help you stop feeling lost and broken and heartbroken and out of balance or depressed or having major anxiety to feeling alive, aware, hopeful, fearless, confident, courageous, and knowing who you are and not being afraid of being your authentic self. So you can find my information on DillisDavis.com/holiday special or Consultant Dillis on Facebook. On IG, I am Dillis Davis, DHYLLESDAVIS, or Sip Chat Move, or you can go to sipchatmove.com. Also, I am available for speaking engagements, so you can book me for that. You can go to my publicist, Shari, SHARI, at polishedpublicity.com. Thank you once again for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. If you're traveling, safe travels. If you're home, I'm so happy that you're home. Enjoy the holidays. Happy belated, happy Thanksgiving. I had some fried turkey. It was amazing. My husband is the best cook ever. My husband's better than yours. Yes, I said it. It's my show. God damn it. I don't care. But I love my hubby boo. He is amazing. If I can clone him, I would clone him and I'll be a rich bitch. But I can't clone him. He's all mine. And so, but anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, I truly, truly, truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, of all hearts. I can't do the things that I do without my supporters, and I really appreciate them. And then some. And here, rocking my Tyra Beauty, as always. Tyra Beauty, Beautytainer. Tyra.com/love makeup, LUV makeup. We're having a BOGO, buy one, get one half off on all the makeup, mascara, eyeliner, Menage a Brow, contour, highlight, lipstick, eyeliner, duo eyeliner, eyes in a stick, Smoky Smiles palette, whatever your flavor is, or just contact me and I will help you make suggestions. And it's great for stocking stuffers. So if you know any women who are crazy makeup fanatics and love makeup that stays on all day but washes off easily, and it's not hasn't been animal tested and doesn't have all crazy products in it because they're so allergic to stuff, tell them to contact me. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Love, peace, blessings, positive energy from me to you. Happy holidays, and I will see you next week. And take care. Bye.